The Gooseberry Park players are taking us under the sea in their upcoming run of the Spongebob musical, and we've got cast members Sam, Chloe, and Brooklyn here to give us a sneak peek at the show. Welcome, guys.
Hi.
Hi, this is a little bit of a departure from the last musical.
Yes.
Which is also very funny, but this is a whole different vibe. So if you could just kind of give us a rundown, what is the SpongeBob musical?
Well, the SpongeBob musical is about the regular characters in the SpongeBob show just coming together eventually to save their town from a volcano erupting.
And so for each of you, I'm really curious, because we're going to kind of get into the details of the musical, but what is your favorite part?
I'd say my favorite part is right at the opening because, of course, we meet all the characters, but also it's one of the 2 times where the whole cast is on stage all together, and you really get this whole vibe of the whole show. I really like that part of performing it and seeing it.
I like all the cheesy comedy, and it's very kid-friendly, and also there's comedy for adults, comedy for children, and it's just fun for all ages.
I like the last song. It's my favorite part because we're all together at the end once more, and it just goes well.
And which roles do each of you play?
So I play Sandy Cheeks the squirrel.
I play SpongeBob SquarePants.
I'm Patrick Starr.
And if you've never seen SpongeBob SquarePants, which would be shocking because it's been everywhere for a very long time, check it out because it's got to be really interesting putting this on a stage. The premise being that you're under the sea, but then of course Sandy is in her own little habitat that's enclosed because squirrels can't breathe underwater. Duh. So that's pretty neat. So was it kind of a cool visual when you're looking at this whole set?
Absolutely. We have a whole lot of special effects, and you can really have the audience use their imagination for the way this world works. And of course, it's different doing it from a cartoon to live action, as that adaptation's always really rough. But we even have haze throughout the whole show just to make it feel like it's underwater.
Gosh, that's phenomenal. I'm so excited to see this. And as you can see, there are some pictures on your screen, a few different looks of what the show might look like. And I'm curious, you had told me what your favorite part of the show is, and that's from your perspective of being on the stage. What do you think is going to stand out most for the audience?
I think probably all the ensemble numbers because of the costumes. It's very colorful and very eye-catching, and I think it will be really fun to watch for the audience.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's neat that it's being adapted from a show that a lot of people just love anyway.
Oh yeah.
So that should be really cool. So where can people get tickets, and when are the performances going to be?
Our performances, we had opening night just yesterday, but we have a show tonight at 7 p.m. and we have shows from the 20th through the 22nd at 7 p.m. and the 23rd and the 24th start at 1. And you can get tickets at the Moorhead School box office or at our Instagram at Gooseberry Park Players.
Where does the performance take place?
Horizon Middle School.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, fantastic. Very easy to locate. If you are not too familiar with Moorhead, it's basically the last Moorhead exit. You're going to turn north a little bit, and then Horizon is the only building. It's next to a field.
Yep.
Yeah.
So super easy to find. Gosh, that's fantastic. If you could each give me one little kind of teaser, something that you want people at home to look out for, what would you say?
I'd say definitely, while still pay attention to people in the foreground, pay attention to people in the background, because we've really worked on characters even for the people who don't have lines. I feel like you will see little funny moments that we've made up on our own that I just feel like that'd be really fun for the audience to notice.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think if you just use your imagination and see it as a cartoon, because there's a lot of sound effects too that make it seem like a cartoon. Like when people jump, there's a little squeaky noise. It's really funny.
Oh, that's fantastic. Anything that you think we should look for?
Oh, I think that if you're familiar with the show, look out for a bunch of little lines that you've heard from the show, because there's a lot of references to a lot of classic episodes.
Fantastic. So fun and great for all ages and a little bit nostalgic too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, make sure that you get out there and see if you can see SpongeBob the musical. Just Google it. I'm sure you can find it online. But stay with us. We're going to do a song from the show next, just to kind of remind you of all the nostalgia of watching SpongeBob.